Kelly Zitlow here, and I have been lending for over 25 years. However, one would say, is she old school or is she new school? Or what I'd like to say is, am I modern? And I tell you, as a real estate agent, this is something that you want to be talking with your loan officers about, because the business has changed. How we present information to the buyer has changed. And Mortgage Coach for me has made such a huge difference, not just in my business, but for my real estate partners, because we're able to take very complex types of scenarios and chunk them down. Let's face it, today it's a seller's market, right? So we are seeing appraisal contingency waivers. We're seeing houses appraised for less than the purchase price. We're seeing buyers having to come up with money between the down payment on the appraised value and the spread between the appraised value and the purchase price. Lots and lots and lots of different things happening today. And my go-to is back to Mortgage Coach. I've been a Mortgage Coach user now for, probably close to 9 or 10 years. And I went to it back then because I saw that the writing was on the wall. Mortgage Coach allows a loan officer to provide not just modern technology. It's cool. Our buyers can view it on their cell phones. They can be out shopping and just pull up that analysis to say, what was that estimated funds to close or payment on that particular price range, etc. But we also use it during the process. So in this market, now more than ever, we're having conversations with our buyers up front, and we are using modern technology to break down barriers so they are fully equipped to succeed in this market. So this cost analysis that I put together, honestly, I probably talk about this at least 10 times a day right now, but it's really the strategy that helps our real estate agents. So if I'm in line with the real estate agent and the buyer, then we all really understand what's about to happen. So they're out there, they're looking for a house, they write an offer, maybe they're in a multiple offer scenario, imagine that, right? And now what? So the house is likely not going to appraise, the purchase price comes in higher than that list price. We use Mortgage Coach, this modern technology, to be able to break down the barriers and have complete transparency in how all the numbers work. So old school, that was a good faith estimate, right? And showing 10 different good faith estimates and trying to compare line item by line item and funds to close, forget it. That's old. This is modern, and this is the secret sauce. So in this particular analysis, I am showing a real life situation. The list price was lower than the purchase price. So the purchase price ended up being $650,000. In this scenario, I'm showing 4 different options. So the first column is going to assume a $650,000 purchase price and a $650,000 market value. So this is best case scenario. The buyer's putting 20% down and their estimated funds to close are $136,260. Boom. Now we get into real life. The second scenario shows purchase price of that $650,000, but the house appraises at $600,000. Now this is where having this type of technology really helps to elevate the buyer. So now they really understand, what does that mean? We think it's very logical. We think it's obvious. Well, it's not. And Mortgage Coach and having this type of modern technology helps us to be able to show buyers side-by-side comparisons of their option when the house doesn't appraise. So scenario 2, purchase price $650,000, appraisal at $600,000. They're still going to put 20% down. So in the lending world, the 20% down comes off of the lower of the purchase price or the appraised value. So now option 2 is showing 20% down of $600,000 plus the difference between the purchase price and the appraised value. So now we're able to show them their total funds to close, including all of their estimated closing costs. So now you'll see their funds jump to $176,242 in scenario 2. Well, maybe they were only banking on coming out of closing with $145,000. This is where we can use Mortgage Coach and start to get strategic and show buyers, okay, so if the $176,000 is too much, and that's out of your comfort zone, here's another option. So scenario 3 allows us to show a 15% down payment. And again, that 15% is coming off of the appraised value. Plus, they're still paying the difference between the appraised value and the purchase price. But now our funds to close are $146,000. That may be a little more in line with what they were thinking, because remember, the initial estimate of the funds to close was $136,200, right? Now, maybe that's still a little bit too much. Our fourth scenario actually shows the buyer what happens if they do 10% down, as well as the spread between the purchase price and the market value, and that is showing an estimated funds to close right around $116,000. So scenario 4 is actually less than the initial 20% down quote. So what's the catch? Well, the catch is they're going to pay mortgage insurance if they're doing less than 20% down. But if funds to close is the most important thing, then at least we have brought a solution to the table. And in addition to that, we can use Mortgage Coach to actually show them what's the payment difference based on each of these scenarios. You're going to want to be using a loan officer that buys into this modern technology, because I'm telling you, it's a game changer.